The internet is currently in shambles over the Scotty and Lemuel situation. And excuse me if I continue to say Lemuel wrong, bear with me. But between the pregnancy, the overlapping timelines, the reunion clips, the lives, the screenshots, the receipts, the dad's speech at the baby shower, girl, every time you think you've reached the end, another video drops and rewrites the entire plot. So today, we're going to break this down properly. Not the messy way, just the accurate way, using timestamps, posts, lives, and what the people involved have said on camera. And I know when you lay everything side by side, instead of it looking like a straight line, it's going to start looking like a pretzel. Let's start with the headline. Scotty is pregnant, and based on her own words, the father is Zeus Network CEO Lemuel Plummer. That alone had the internet buzzing, but then the timeline started unraveling. Because Scotty didn't just say they were together, she said on live that she and Lemuel have been together for years.
Me and Lemmy were together for however many years. And I'm just now farting around this man. Literally, just now. This, last 2 months to be exact.
And then at the baby shower, her father confirmed it. In this clip, he says, Lemmy, I remember 3 years ago, you told me you was going to take care of Scotty.
Ma'am, you told me 3 years ago you were going to take care of Scotty. I was scared to help Scotty down the road. I said, ma'am, that's my only daughter. I love her to death. I said, you know I'm a stepdad. I met her when she was 1 year old, so I look at her as my daughter.
That part.
Ma'am. God bless you, man. I wish y'all have a healthy child. And y'all go keep stars, baby.
That part. Give him the mic back. That part.
And that doesn't just seem like a casual line to me. It seems like a timestamp within itself. Now, before the internet thinks again, let's clear up one misconception. People online have been saying that Lemuel was married to Janeisha, but that just isn't accurate at all. Lemuel himself said in interviews they were never married, they were simply boyfriend and girlfriend. They were never even engaged at any point in time in their relationship, but they were together for 7+ years. Yes, you heard me right, 7 years. And during that time, Lemuel was publicly posting her as his girlfriend. Not casually posting, but I'm talking Valentine's Day 2024, you're my queen, I love you, I wouldn't know what to do without you posting. He was still celebrating her birthday publicly, writing long captions, expressing love, showing long-term commitment, and posting romantic photos. All in 2024. And this is where the timeline starts wobbling because posts don't match Scotty's timeline, nor does it match her father's statements. So let's lay out the two timelines clearly. Lemuel states that he and Janeisha have been together for 7+ years. So that would mean their relationship potentially ended in 2024 or 2025, given that they began dating in sometime in 2017. But Scotty and Scotty's father say that Scotty and Lemuel have been dating for years. Scotty's father specifically stating 3 years. So that would mean Scotty and Lemuel began dating somewhere around the time of 2021 or 2022. That would also mean Scotty and Lemuel's relationship overlaps with Janeisha and Lemuel's relationship as well. I don't want to be one to side-eye, but the math is just not adding up correctly right now. And if that wasn't already enough to make the timeline crumble, there's this Zeus reunion clip from about 2 years ago hosted by Stevie J, where Stevie J looks at Scotty and he asks her, are you seeing anybody? Are you dating? And now at the time, people thought Stevie J was flirting, and I myself am to blame for this as well because I assumed Stevie J was flirting with Scotty, because if you know Stevie J, he does this thing where he bites his lip, he licks it, and he looks at a woman in such a flirtatious manner, and I'm sorry if I am scarring anybody from saying this, but now looking back on it, that question hits so different because Stevie J was not flirting with Scotty. It was as if he was trying to pull information out of her that he was already privy to.
Who you dating these days?
What?
Oh.
Dating, I am. It's
I
complicated,
just
but
wanted,
it's,
just wanted to ask,
You're funny. Why is that a question?
And this is also during the time period Scotty and Lemuel were allegedly already involved, And then Scotty's answer of "it's complicated" did not allow her to beat those allegations. And then we also have Janeisha, who was there hosting that same reunion. She was sitting right next to Stevie J, just a few seats down from Scotty, when Scotty said "it's complicated." So now suddenly it all makes sense why it was complicated for Scotty, because the complication was sitting right there in the room with her. And then we have the 2023 live. It was a video that basically popped the entire balloon. So at some point in time in November of 2023, someone screen recorded Scotty cooking during her live video. And in the background, you could see sitting on her shelf in her apartment, it was a framed picture of Scotty with Lemuel. And it wasn't hidden, it was not turned face down, and it definitely was not like tucked away in a drawer anywhere. It was indeed displayed for everyone to see. It was a framed photo of them together.
I seen this old live of Scotty's and noticed this in background. Mind you, this live was recorded way before news season started.
I will tell you that much.
Her and Lemmy Zesis owner.
And this is huge because this live occurred before Lemuel posted his Valentine's Day post of Janeisha back in 2024, declaring his love for her. So what does all of this actually say? So the situation isn't just about who was dating who, because people date, they break up, they reconnect, like it happens, it's life. But the reason this story is shaking the internet is because the timelines overlap, the public posts contradict reality, the reunion hints were ignored, the live videos existed long before the announcements of any baby shower or relationships or breakups, and the people around them have been referencing this relationship for years. So it's not the relationship itself that's necessarily messy, it's just the pattern, it's the optics, and the timeline contradictions that have everyone talking about it. Especially coming from a network that's known for blurring lines between personal life and production. Here are the questions that really sit at the center of all of this. One, when did Lemuel and Janeisha really break up? Because the public timeline and the relationship timeline, it doesn't match at all. Second, when did Lemuel and Scotty actually start dating? I know we've heard from Scotty, she said years, but didn't specify. And then her father claims 3 years, but the exact beginning is still unclear. Now let me ask you something deeper, outside of the drama, of course. Where do your values land in all of this? Do overlapping timelines matter to you, or is this just grown adults navigating messy human relationships? Do you feel like the line between personal life and professionalism still applies here, or has reality TV culture erased those boundaries completely? When you look at the entire situation, the posts, the years, the secrecy, what does it make you think about transparency and loyalty in relationships today? And honestly, do you see this as modern relationships just being modern, or do you think someone here has crossed a moral line? To me, it seems as though we all have to be reminded that we're just searching for happiness as humans. And sometimes we see things and we think it's going to make us happy. Whatever that case may be, as long as that happiness brings you positivity, I'm all for it. But whatever you believe, please drop it down below. Not just what happened, but how it made you feel. Because timestamps aside, this situation brings up real conversations about accountability, honesty, and how we treat people behind closed doors. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want more timeline breakdowns, receipts, and commentary that actually makes sense, make sure to subscribe and stick around. The Soft Formula newsroom is open and there's definitely more to come. Have an amazing day.